Alright, I wanted to do a quick video on today's long and why it's such a good example, teaching example for price action, liquidity, and trading in general. It's like a price action 101 day liquidity grab for a reversal with SMT. So I'm on the daily chart here. ES here over on the right, NQ on the left, and you can see this is the daily chart. This daily low here from yesterday on Monday. This daily low from yesterday on Monday on ES. Notice how today ES sweeps the low. What happens over here on NQ? Doesn't quite reach it. So what does that mean? ICT teaches that this means there's SMT down at the lows, smart money theory, smart money technique, whatever you want to call it, SMT, which means NQ made a higher low. This daily low here is a higher low, and ES made a lower low. So what does that mean for us as traders and what we can look for? It means that NQ is stronger. It means that there's strength, and we want to look for longs on NQ if we're long biased. If we're short biased, then we expect NQ to follow and also sweep this low. But we're long biased because we're chopping in this range right now. We've come lower multiple times and bounce. Lower, bounce, lower, bounce. Every time we've come to the bottom of this range, we've bounced. So when ES sweeps and NQ doesn't, this is the sign for longs. Down on the hourly chart, you can see this really well. We opened up, immediately swept the level on ES and did not on NQ. So when you see that happen, I drop down to a lower time frame and look for my setup. Let's go back to this morning. So this is the 1 minute chart on NQ. I'm gonna make it bigger. This is what we see here. A very nice response and extreme, really parabolic reversal on NQ. And how could you trade this? There's multiple ways to trade this. I've been trading a 15-second chart a lot lately with how big these moves are, but if you want to trade the 1 minute breaker, here's the breaker from 8:30 open. This is our bullish breaker. And here's a perfect example of the breaker setup and why it works so well. So we trade down here. We have an bullish SMT here with ES. ES sweeps this daily low and NQ doesn't. We get a very strong response. Now we're waiting for price to trade back into this breaker once we break above here. And if you're waiting for the 9 a.m. kill zone, 9 to 10 a.m. Central or 10:30 a.m. Central, look at what time price breaks here or touches this breaker. 9 o'clock on the dot, right during the kill zone. This can be your entry. 24.826. We ended up running 200 plus points higher. This is why I love the breaker setup, because you can trade it on the 1 minute chart. You can also drop down even lower to the 15-second. This is what I've been trading a lot because the moves are so big. With the 1 minute chart, your stops are going to be much wider. It's going to be harder to trade. And on the 15-second chart, you're not always going to get perfect entries because it's the 15-second, but you can still draw out a breaker and just wait for price to break through, and then you can enter there. This was a really good example here. We broke above, immediately tapped it. You can enter right there, and you're getting a much lower entry on the reversal. So this is why I love the breaker setup so much. I think it's easy to trade, it's simple to understand. Once you understand liquidity and how price moves, and you can spot breakers and enter trades off of them. Yeah, so first comes liquidity, knowing where the market's going, where it's headed, why. This is a great example of bullish SMT, and then pair that with a good entry model like the breaker. Sky's the limit. So for the rest of the week, it's already been a good week for me. I've taken 2 really good trades so far. I'm going to be very patient the rest of the week. I'm hoping to get a few payouts by the end of this week with Take Profit Trader. I have a few fundeds with them right now that I'm trading. I'm working on a couple Lucid fundeds, evals that I'm trying to get funded. So I'll probably trade those more aggressively this week and see what the rest of the week holds. A lot of people are saying right now this is the toughest price action they've ever seen or traded, and I can agree that it's been really tricky. I've been doing this about 3.5 years now. It's extremely hard to trade, but when you have an entry model like I do on the breaker candle, and you've seen price move as long as I have, which 3.5 years isn't that long, but it's long enough to recognize patterns, recognize when days are high probability, when they're not. You get good at spotting entry models. You get good at spotting when to enter, when to exit, when to take partials, what size to go in with. Like now, I'm trading anywhere from 2 to 5 micros. That's it. I'm not going higher. I'm watching these streamers still, like, in this price action, trade 1 to 2 minis on a 50K account. It's like you're leaving yourself no room for error when you trade minis with this price action. It makes no sense whatsoever. Makes no sense. And you see people frustrated with the price action, losing, having red days, red weeks, red months. Slow down, look for your entry model, and size down. These moves are massive. This is a 1 minute chart, 720. It's almost a 100-point candle on this candle alone. So this is like a 300-point move from top to bottom. So anyways, all that to say, be patient. Find a good entry model that you like, that you can stick to. Wait for a liquidity sweep, and then enter. And that's it. That's all trading needs to be. It's very difficult. It's very challenged, but you can oversimplify it. You have to oversimplify it, in my opinion, to be successful. So yeah, that's the video. Good breaker setup. We'll see what the rest of the week has to offer, and I'll see you on the next one.